Hello. So you might have already heard that 90% plus startups fail in their first 5 years. Well, that's a staggering number, and unfortunately, that's true. So if you want to raise a good technology startup, it's important that you avoid that trial and error methodology and you adopt a data driven product market fit and a focused approach with an excellent team. Today, I'm going to share with you some practical advice on how you can actually nurture your idea so that you are on solid foundations right from the start. So, first thing first, don't try to be too big at the start. Most other founders want to cover everything that their customers might want. Well, there is a difference between a need and a want. What startup founders actually fall into is that they want to give every type of service that their customers might think of. Well, solving one problem is actually your key to success. If you are able to focus on what is your customer's pain point and you are able to nail down what is the primary feature or a primary requirement that would help your customers to increase their maybe sales, maybe their well-being, well, that's good enough. Don't try to be too big at the start. Another common mistake that often startup founders make is that they do not understand what is their customer's persona. They do not know where do they live, what sort of social media engines they use, and how are you going to approach them. Maybe for a technology product, it is wise to not advertise in the newspapers, but actually advertise on Google or Facebook or on other digital platforms. If your product is focused on, let's say, e commerce, then it's wise that you run the ads on the different social media platforms rather than you run a newspaper advertisement. And here is another one. You have to be a problem solver just like you are in real world while also working on your startup. Well, try to find what is the main key point, what is the main pain point of your customer, and you have to solve it. Don't try to give them a generalized solution, but a specific solution. Let's take an example. Suppose you're working on a product that will be actually able to forecast the sales of a product or a category for a certain season, let's say Christmas season. Now, one approach is that you will actually want to build your entire e commerce platform yourself and then tuck your product into it. Well, actually, creating your own e commerce platform, maybe you will be better suited if you can target the customers who are already on, let's say, Shopify, WooCommerce, or on other e commerce platform across the world. This will give you an advantage that you'll be able to tap the existing customers and you'll be able to give them a targeted solution. Another common mistake that often startup founders make is that they drain their energy while trying to secure funds for their startup. At the start, understand that you are a startup and you have limited resources. So, in your first few months, if you focus on building your actually MVP or your product, you'll be better off because with that MVP that you might have built, you might be able to demo it to a lot of people and secure funding. But if your MVP is incomplete, no one will be interested in it. So it's better that you focus your energy on building your product and building a good team that will support you during this, let's say, first few months. So maybe you can use your savings, or maybe you can or maybe you can give a share to your team members that we all go into it together. Okay, so in this video, we looked at how you can actually nurture your idea and make sure you don't go into that try and error methodology. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. So let's build it together. Bye bye.